Pick which two you want to do together. 2 and 4. Sounds good. So whenever I ask, like, which problems y'all want to work, y'all got to speak up. So, because the first person I hear, I'm going to go with it. Okay? So we are working number 2 right now. Number 2 under simplifying expressions, and this is the problem. It looks just like on your paper. I'm just writing it up here. And this is kind of like what we're doing in our bell ringer. So what I'm going to do is, instead of me working it out, I'm going to call on people to help me out. So when I call on you, not yet. When I call on you, I just want you to tell me the first step. Just the first step, okay? Ariana, what do I do first? Distribute what? 2 and the 9? Is it a 9? Good, -9. Alright, so tell me what that would be after I distribute, Michael, the whole thing. Very good.
Plus 12K plus 18G.
Okay.
Minus.
You can do it. 36. Alright, everybody cool with that? Good? Alright. What do I do next, David? Alright, tell me what's one pair of like terms?
12K and 36, -36.
Alright, that's going to give us what when I combine them?
24K?
Not 24.
Negative.
Good. And what will I get when I combine the other ones? Anaya. Sorry. Where's Anaya? Oh, okay. What am I going to get when I combine -10G and 18? Yes. Very good. Notice you got to write the G first because that's what comes first in the alphabet. Can I do anything else?
No.
Nope. That's it. Yes.
If we had a flip around, we had 24 first. Would you count that wrong on the test?
I wouldn't count the whole thing wrong. I just count off some points. Yep. Because on the ACT and all the standardized tests, that's what they're going to have as their answer listed first, you know. All right. Any questions on that? Cool. Let's move on. Can I erase? Number 4, y'all said? Of course, because it has a fraction, right? All right. There's a bunch of different ways to start out this problem. Let's hear some ideas. That's one thing I don't want to happen, because if they give you the problem as fractions, like this one with no decimals, I want the answer as a fraction. What's another option? Reciprocal? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, we could do that, but if I multiply this by something, I have to multiply this by the same thing, right? So if I multiplied this by 3, this would cancel out this fraction, but we still have a fraction over here. Okay, what else? I mean, we could do all these ways we're talking about. I'm just talking about different options. We could. That would leave us with a bunch of fractions, but we could do that. Who likes fractions? Besides me? Okay, so why don't we get rid of the fractions? How about that? Would that make life easier? Alright, so the way we get rid of fractions, first thing we have to do is find a common denominator. Y'all know what that is, right? What's the common denominator between these two? 12. Good. So we're going to multiply this whole thing by 12. That's what we're going to do to get rid of that fraction. Yes, y'all were. Now, when I do this, do I have to multiply this by 12? This. That's a lot of work, right? Do I have to do that, you think?
No.
Why? Why? Because...
So it's going to be gone. It cancels out.
What cancels out?
The fraction.
Yes, but do I have to still multiply this by 12? No, because this, the 1/3, is being multiplied by everything in here, right? And this is being multiplied by everything in here. So y'all are correct. You only have to multiply 12 by the fractions. Okay? Now, do y'all know what 12 times 1/3 is by off the top of your head?
That's like 3 repeating, so
Nope. Okay. What would happen to these ones if we...
cancel.
Yes, so 12 divided by 3?
4.
4. It's 4. What would this one be? Ones cancel out, 12 divided by 4? 3. Everybody see that? Alright, so let's fix it. So now this becomes, what did y'all say? 4. And this becomes 3. And now there's no fractions. Everybody's happy. Alright, Darrell, what do I do from here? Distribute. Very good. Alright. Daniel, what do I do, or what's going to be this whole thing once I distribute? Now you can do this. 4 times 5.
20.
Very good. 32. Very good. Stay with us. You're going to be on wake-up duty. Ashton, yes. You're going to be on wake-up duty, okay? So if you just hear him, just tap him. He won't do nothing, I promise. If he does, I'll get on him. Alright. Emily, tell me what my x's would be when I combine them. 38x. And Cody, what would be my y's if I combine them? What's 32 minus 6? You don't need that. Look at me. Look at this. What is 12?
26.
There we go. You might have cheated, but we're going to get... I don't mind y'all using calculators, but here's the thing. Like on tests and the ACT... Yeah, you can use calculators on tests all day long. And ACT, but...
Sometimes it's faster.
When y'all are typing in like 2 times 3 in your calculator, that's just wasting time. Y'all know that, okay? Alright, any questions on this one? You are going to do 1 and 3 on your own. Go ahead and spend about 3 minutes doing 1 and 3. If you need help, you can ask me or somebody around you. Please ask me if you need help. What are you going to distribute? What's directly in front of that parentheses? Negative. What's directly in front of the boxes? Negative. What? That's what you distribute. Nope, just bring it up. When y'all get done early, like if everybody else finished a problem and you're just sitting there, you can get on your phone. That's fine. It's just if you are not done and I walk by and you're on your phone, that's when I'll take it. Make sure you're done. You done, Cody?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Well, is it right though?
We'll see. We'll go over it. What
Well,
fun
I
would it
know-
be if I told you all the time?
I know 1 is right, but I don't know if 2. I'm
Raise your hand if you aren't done. Okay, go ahead and talk about your answers with the people around you. So just ask the people around you what you get. What you got?
What you got for three? Wait, for three, I got
I got 9x plus 1y minus 2.
How you get 1? Because don't you? Because that's gonna be a negative 4. Yeah. Oh shit. And then it's gonna say impossible. Damn. Chill. Chill. Oh, it's up as well.
So, tell me how I slept and I still did it.
Hey, bro, chill, bro.
Don't be mean.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I did, but I was like still negative. I just
See
still
the
think
thing.
negative.
So, let me ask you a question. Now, what if it's just like without the feet and just
-9. If there's nothing in front, you just drop your senses. Alright, now let's talk about it. So, say out loud what y'all got for number 1. Good deal. And what about number 3? Good. And this is the exact order I want. Letters first, in alphabetical order, and then constant on the end. Is there any of these that I need to go over? 1 or 3 that I need to do? Sweet. Alright, flip it over. So now, same thing. We're going to work 2 of them together. I'll let y'all pick. You're going to work the other 3 on your own. So which ones do y'all want to do? 4 and 5. I heard 4 and 5. We'll do those. Alright, so when it says evaluate, and it gives you, let's see, for 4 and 5 it says, evaluate each expression if A equals -4, B equals -0.8, blah, 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 blah. What's that asking you to do?
Just fill it in.
Good. You replace the variables with the number they give you. Alright, so what am I replacing B with? Alright. What am I replacing C with? 5A, -4, and D. 1/5. Alright, so this, all you have to do once you plug these in is use order of operations. Now, what comes first in order of operations? Parentheses. But this kind of tricks you when it has parentheses because it only means parentheses if there's something to do inside the parentheses. Like, for example, this you could do something inside the parentheses, right? Could you do anything inside this parentheses? No. So this is the same thing as what? Multiplication. Everybody understand? This is parentheses because you can do something inside it. This would have to be just multiplication. So, next after parentheses comes what? That's these up here. Tell me what -0.8 squared is. Plug that in your calculator. Somebody tell me. Anybody get anything different besides 0.64? Don't lie. Who got -0.64? Raise your hand.
Oh.
Alright, here's why. Let me borrow some nice calculators. Anybody have a TI-83? Okay. Let me show you what happens. We know that a negative times a negative makes a positive. So -0.8 times -0.8 should be what? Positive 0.64, right? So how come when I type this in my calculator, it gives me a negative? Correct. So if you type this in your calculator, it thinks you're saying -1 times 0.8 squared. Okay, so always type in -0.8 squared on the outside. Everybody good with that? Okay. You'll pass that back to him. Thank you, sir. Alright, moving on. 5 squared is 25. And we got -4, 1 over 5 over here. Alright, so we did parentheses, exponent. Next is what? It's not what now? Multiply. Good. So multiply. So the top, when we multiply 0.64 times 25, tell me what you got. 16? Okay. Alright, on bottom. What do y'all think what do you want to do? What's your first reaction? You want to do what? You're different because most people wouldn't want to do that. You want to do what when you multiply this? Put it as a decimal. Okay. Would that be okay to do with this problem?
Yes. No.
Yes, because it gives you in the original fractions and decimals. So does everybody want to turn this to a decimal? Go ahead and do that. So 1 divided by 5, hit enter, then times 4, or times -4. What'd you get?
Negative 0.8.
Thank you. And now all we have to do is divide, and that's going to give us what? Anybody? Negative 20. Sweet. So it's a really ugly problem. You got a really nice answer. Questions? Everybody's good? Can I erase it? Okay. Alright, number 5. Same thing. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my numbers for my letters. And then I'm going to call on people to help me out. Elena, where you at?
Right here.
Okay. What should I do first?
Would you add the top?
What's first in order of operations?
Parentheses.
Good. Let's go ahead and take care of that. So, on bottom, go ahead and tell me what 1 over 5 plus 5 is. You can put it as a fraction or a decimal.
I got 5.2.
Okay. Did everybody get 5.2? Yes? No?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, Malachi, what do I do next?
Multiplying 4 times 5.6.
What'd you get?
I don't know.
Okay. Go ahead and figure it out.
20.8.
What now?
20.8.
Alright. And somebody did not put their name on a stick. Ashton. What next?
You add 0.8 to 6.
Yes, and you get what? 6.8. Everybody agree? I think you forgot to do negative 0.8. Try it again. Very good. Alright, now tell me, everybody, what the final answer is. 0.25 is what I got. If you're 1 decimal off, I'm not going to count it wrong. Alright, this easy. We feel good about this? Cool. You're doing 1 through 3 on your own. Feel free to ask me questions or people around you. While y'all are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and pass out your homework. Again, this is not due until Friday. Everybody look at me so I can make sure you hear this. Only do the even problems. There's a lot of problems on here. Just do the even ones, okay? raise your hand if you're still working. That's fine, keep working. What I'm going to do, we're running a little short on time because I want to do a checkpoint today. I'm going to write the answers for 1, 2, and 3 up here so you can check it, okay? And let me know if you would like me to come see what you did wrong or if you can't get that answer and need help.